lead by 1. You're watching Assault, the player with the most kills in the game. He already has 16 of his team's 35 kills.
And once again, Chris, we're going to see this standoff for a camo that comes up in about 45 seconds. Status Quo is in a good position right here. Although they're down by a kill, they have full map control right now. Hopefully, if we see a better push than what they did last time.
And they just need to make sure they all 4 dropped the last time just to get the camo. The camo is really not that important to where you lose complete top control. You at least keep 3 guys up there. 2 guys are sufficient enough to burn that camo.
And we are swapping around between all 4 members of Status Quo. You saw Enable watching through the glass, looking for the bottom back gold ramps. You got Flamesword set up in top close. Assault taking some fire back in Sword, and Ace is going to be watching the open street. Meanwhile, on the Dynasty side, you got Clutch, who just picked up that sniper rifle. Destin and friends are lifting up, but they're quickly shut down by Enable and Flamesword. And now that is a failed rush, and Status Quo is going to keep map control here, and they take the lead here now, 38-36.
And Flamesword's in a great position, as long as he was in a great position to put down shots on the guys on close street.
And check this out, guys. Status Quo gets the camo as well. So everything working out for them. They lose top control, but Assault is going to look to retake that right now as you got Destin picking up the rockets.
Yeah, and Assault really needs to be careful here. He needs to make sure he can go and single out Destin and get those rockets, because camo rockets would be huge right now in this close match.
And I like the decision making out of Assault. Oh, he thought he had the kill. He looked away. Clutch stays alive, and now he's standing up, celebrating down low. 17 kills already for Assault, but it just wasn't enough there as Clutch picks up the kill. And now you got Destin with the rockets sitting up top looking pretty. Dynasty getting fired up after that last play. They now have a 5-kill lead and map control.
Yeah, that was pretty much the play of the game right there, Chris. Assault saw the rocket guy. I'm not sure exactly why he didn't go for that rocket guy originally, but he went after Clutch instead. Clutch made an incredible play, somehow shooting Assault. It's rough. It's going to be rough to come back from that.
Yeah, and that was just a huge mental mistake there on Assault's part. He thought he had the kill. He started looking away, and then when he looked back, Clutch killed him. And now that might get into his head a little bit, ruin his confidence. And Clutch, he's got all the confidence in the world right now, and we have seen Clutch, once he gets that confidence and that momentum going, he doesn't turn back.
Yeah, that he doesn't, Chris. He's just going to ride that wave, and that's going to be a moment that lives in his mind forever. I know how Clutch is. He's going to always give us all a hard time about that.
Yo, you remember that time I out-PR'd you and stood up and celebrated on the main stage, and then we won 2-0? You see, 47-43, Status Quo has map control, so this definitely could turn around here. We need to see a strong push out of Dynasty to finish this game. You got Destin with the sniper rifle, looking up from bottom middle, trying to get some crazy angles. Meanwhile, Flamesword and friends are just locking down the top. Flamesword looks like he's going to go for a little camo rush here, guys.
And it seems Status Quo is so antsy to just kill these guys at the camo right now. Sometimes that's not the best fit. You want to take your time still.
This is working out perfectly, though. Check out the rush. Remember, it was 47-43. Now it's 48-46, just a 2-kill game. Status Quo has an opportunity to get this next camo as well. This could be the game changer.
Yeah, right now they just got the camo. They literally just flip-flop sides. Status Quo pick up the camo, and now we're going to see Flamesword try to go to work with his camo sniper.
Let's see how Flamesword plays this. He's got the sniper, has the camo. Scott, if this was you playing, you would be in heaven.
Oh, God, yeah. I would just go right up to mid-gold and have a field day right now, because you know they're going to sit in their lobby because they're anxious right now. They know there's a sniper on board, so as long as Flamesword can get a couple shots on the guys in the lobby, they can just air up the purples and they can win this game.
Destin spotted Flamesword. Flamesword happened to dip out here. Now it looks like he's making his way towards Sword Lakes. Jukes back and goes top gold. He knows that most of the guys here, actually all 4 members of Dynasty, are sitting back near the lobby.
Now, I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just because I can see all 8 screens, but I'm not sure why Flamesword isn't just going to mid-gold.
Well, he's watching back gold. He made sure back gold was cleared, told his teammates to all 4 lift up. So everyone is now up top here for SQ. And a great shot. I thought that was a headshot on Clutch. So Clutch picks up the new rockets. He has no shield. Flamesword needed to hit that shot. Flamesword here in the call-outs. Backsword is the rocket guy, unable to hit it, and Clutch with a perfect rocket takes him down for number 49. They're now 1 kill away. And there it is. Destin is going to get it in Dynasty once again, guys, taking a 2-0 lead over Status Quo.
Yeah, and this is key for Dynasty. Once they start rolling, they keep on rolling.
Holy crap. First match of the 2010 National Championships. My legs are bouncing up here, guys. I'm all kinds of excited for Dynasty right now, and I'm super proud of Clutch in that game. 17-10, doing all the right things. You saw him. He was the player getting that camo, which helped him come back in the game after being down by 12 kills. And then after that, he didn't turn back, won that huge out-BR battle against Assault, who had the camo, and then they really just took off from there. He got the last rockets and sealed the deal.
It's really all about clutch at the national championship. We saw him perform unbelievably. You played against him in 2009 championship. I got to watch. He's just always performs at the championship. He could be the best championship performer I've seen.
I think he just really likes that $100,000 check, and he wants another one.
If he wins at this tournament, does he go down as the greatest Halo 3 player to play the game, winning 2 national championships?
I would have to say yes, personally.
Really?
It all comes down to the championship, just because it doesn't matter what happens in the season. That's like saying, oh, well, the Patriots were good in that one season when they were 18-0, but they lost the Super Bowl. Did they go down as the best team? No.
Well, I wouldn't say the Giants were better than the Patriots that year, but anyway.
They beat them.
But they won. But they won. But hey, guys, let's get into game number 3. Let's take a look at the stats here if we can. Let's bring up APG's screen. He's still got it up. We got Clutch sitting on top with +7. The rest of the team going -1. And then on the other side, Assault 18 and 13 that game. We're going to start this game off, though, with Clutch, I believe. Clutch from Dynasty, really the vocal leader here, guys, and he's going to get his team fired up. They want to close this one out strong. You cannot let Status Quo come back, especially in this game type. Status Quo is dangerous.
Yeah, Status Quo is dangerous. These two teams are not necessarily mirror images of each other, but they both feed off positive energy so well. Once either of these teams gets on a roll, they start destroying. But the problem with these two teams, if they start going on a losing spree, they can end up losing the match.
We got Assault picking up the first camo of the game at 33 here, so look out at 12:33. You'll see the next camo up. Right now you're watching, though, Dynasty with the early oddball. Clutch holding on to 20 seconds, and he's ready to play the ball, but really no pressure coming to him. And it's probably because his teammates are ripping faces. You see Hines doing some work, get the 2 quick no-scopes. Assault still with the camo, hasn't made a move for the oddball yet. I think he's making some poor decision-making here.
Yeah, I feel like that camo, or the Clutch instance that happened during the contract game might be getting into his head a little bit, playing a little bit more careful, doesn't want to risk anything, doesn't want to get embarrassed like that again.
But this is do or die time. No matter what happens the first 2 games, this is the 3rd game. You can lose round 1, and you don't want to have to fight through the losers bracket in a national championship. No one's going to be sleeping on anyone in regards to when they are in the losers bracket.
Assault doing some nice work there down low, helping SQ break out of their spot top blue. Now they've taken over snipe control. As you see, they pick up the oddball, and they already have 16 seconds. So SQ coming charging right back, but once again, you see Dynasty win the Slayer battle, and now 3 down for SQ. Dynasty's going to retake map control once again.
Dynasty's just looking really on point, Chris. Everything is clicking for them. They're in the great spot at the right time, and SQ is just on the blunt end of this. They're getting back-whacked with maulers. They're just not aware right now of where Dynasty is.
And it's amazing because of the preparation I felt that Status Quo had coming to this tournament. We talked about Dynasty didn't land. They were almost like a wild card coming into this event. They only played online. But Status Quo won the 6-team LAN, had a ton of practice against all the top teams, but they're the team looking flat right now.
You know, I was talking to Hines earlier before this match. He said, dude, I watched the bracket show. Really? SQ over us? You called that? I was like, prove me wrong, Hines. He's like, oh, don't worry, I will. I will. Well, right now it's looking like they're doing exactly that. They're up 2-0 in the series here in game number 3. If they win this one, they advance to our Saturday night broadcast tonight, which is kicking off around, I believe, 7 o'clock. Make sure you guys tune in later. But right now you're watching Winners Bracket Round 1. We have 4 matches. Every single match that is taking place in the Halo 3 tournament will be broadcasted from the main stage this weekend. Pretty awesome stuff. Thanks to our commissioner, Anakin, John Nelson, for setting that up.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's going to be a lot of pressure on every single one of these teams right now. They're all playing on the main stage where everyone in this at the National Championships wants to be. It's where every player wants to be playing. They're going to feel the pressure, and they're going to be pumped up.
You got Enable holding the ball here for Status Quo. Check out the scoreboard. Dynasty gets out to the early start, 71 seconds to 33 and counting. Enable holding the oddball. He's got the sniper, but he's the only one from SQ on the snipe side of the map. One of his teammates need to come watch his back. Otherwise, Destin's going to do exactly that. Get up behind him with the mauler and retake the snipe control.
SQ was just really slow right there. They were at gold. Right there, you just push top middle, and you just try to get to sniper as quick as you can. You have a guy with the sniper and the ball at snipe tower. It doesn't matter who's in your way. You get to that other side.
Destin was able to stop him momentarily, but then you saw Assault and Ace make the strong push on snipe. Now they retake control, and they have the sniper rifle once again. So props to SQ here. 71 seconds to 42 and counting, and Ace has the sniper for Status Quo.
last two.
Heinz,
They're still there. They're playing aggressive.
Run elbow, Mike, run elbow.
Please spawn there.
I know.
you guys
I'm
have
gonna stand.
watch the
Top goal, barrel side.
Yeah, gauge him right now. Gauge him.
I'm going green, Ian. I'm going
Yeah,
green.
just watch from the glass.
top blue. Two guys front blue. Two guys front
I'm
blue.
looking.
Gauge up the top goal.
Two guys front blue right now.
Gauge jump to gold square on you, Cle.
Front blue. They're gonna be
I'm
moving.
gonna go one time.
Gauge up. Gauge up. Top goal and gauge up. Nice go.
One shot, top camo.
Shot front blue.
I'm gonna play
Front
this.
blue right now.
Top mid, Mike. Top mid. I need shots. Top camo. Mike.
S2.
No, S2.
I just fell off the map. S2.
Stay alive.
Stay alive. Keep on ball. Keep on ball.
Is S2 snake
Stay
ball?
ball.
S2 one shot. S2's one shot.
Side blade. Yes. Two shots. Go.
I'm watching Gage on the top hole. I'm watching Gage on the top hole.
Go. Two more gonna lift.
Help them with Sniper.
It's at 10.
Neighbor's weak. Flame's also weak. Re-lifted.
One shot is one. One shot is one.
Did it on the whim. Did it on the whim.
Camel's gonna be up at 10. Camel's gonna be up at 10.
Play it now.
Did it on the whim.
You're alone, brother.
Keep it right there. I'm Gage him.
Camo at 10. Camo at 10.
Play ball.
Top one shot. Cameras in 5. I got him.
Nice.
On ball. Two on ball. This one might be weak.
Nice,
All right,
Bradley.
Tell me, stay alive, Bradley.
Nice.
In green, chase him, Bradley.
Bradley,
What's on green?
Bradley, stay alive.
57.
Stay alive, Bradley.
Stay two, enable. He's weak. What's the supposed to be?
Top three.
Give me the moment.
Yo, bottom gauge up.
One shot.
Where, Brad?
I'm green.
As we hit the 5-minute mark, I saw you freaking out up here. What was going on with APG?
I mean, the kid is just going off, throwing crazy grenades. Everything he does just seeming to connect. I don't think any player can act or play the way he does right now.
APG playing incredible Halo 3 right now. You see Dynasty making a strong push. Heinz just picking up that ball, and APG is going to try and clear out Assault from the snipe tower, and Heinz making the smart choice to bring that ball down to green.
And APG is just so aggressive that the other team, if I was going against him, I would have a hard time figuring out where exactly he's going to be on the map at any given time.
You know he's going to charge through your nade and shoot you in the face and then get shot by a bunch of guys and stay alive long enough to get the double kill. 100-70 here. Dynasty still with the lead in game number 3. Remember, if they win this one, they advance. Status Quo needs to win the next 3 games in order to stay alive in the winner's bracket. And we got Destin just roaming around top middle. Looks like he's finally going to find his way to the ball, but really, guys, nothing going well here for Status Quo. What's going wrong, Scott?
They just really haven't gotten in a solid setup. Every time they get snipe control, they just are so flat. They're so slow to get to the ball that they end up losing control. They're not in a dominant position. We saw one time when they had the snipe setup, they sent 2 guys to gold and tried to pin them at top blue. That's not what you're looking to do. You want to send 1 guy to camo just to make sure he can burn it, and then that way when he dies, he will spawn behind the other team. You don't send 2 guys because then the guys at snipe tower, it's a guaranteed you're losing control.
I don't feel the sense of urgency right now either from Status Quo. Right now, they are down 2-0 in the game. They're losing game 3. This is where they need to step up. This is where they need to start getting amped up as a team. Increase the energy. I need to see, I have not seen Tsquared yell. I have not seen him get really into it. This is when players and coaches need to get started animated, try to pump everyone else on their team up.
And I think the reason why Tsquared isn't doing that is just because when he was a player, he liked Lammy to always be quiet, and I think he expects them to be that. But when you see a team this flat, you got to throw something at them. You got to be hyped up. You got to be getting in their heads. You got to say, you guys are the best. Let's do this. Let's go. And then next thing you know, you take the lead.
Guys, take a look at the scoreboard here. Once Flamesword got that camo, they've really been doing work. He helps pick up 3 straight kills. It's now 110-92. Status Quo breaking the Dynasty setup at Snipe Tower, trying to set up on their own here. But something we haven't seen from either team is a blue base setup. Why not? Why always Snipe Tower?
Just because this is where the ball has been ever since the beginning. Dynasty brought that ball to Sniper, and then it's really hard to transport it. But even right now, this ball is going to be played, and then whoever's going to go for it is going to end up having to move it to green just because it's the shortest route. To take it to gold, it just is so long, and you have to have the right setup.
Exactly. It's just almost always 10 times more convenient to be taking it to green sniper setup. Right now, we're seeing Flamesword try to take it to blue.
The kid's playing incredible right now. He was on a spree. He had the camo. He brought the ball, picked up about 12 seconds with it, but you just didn't see anyone from the rest of his team stepping up to clear the way in.